I know you want to take over the show now that you're here. Oh, okay, that's the way it's gonna be.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, fuck you, I'm gonna defend the Morbius sweep.
All right, come here. All right. So, yeah, sucks. Don't know why anyone thought it wouldn't be. It wouldn't, but
You know what film this really reminded me of?
what's that?
Was it had Chris Hemsworth and Kristen Stewart. Snow White and the Huntsman.
God, I forgot that movie existed.
Do you know why it reminded me of it?
Because you forgot about it?
No, because they share one thing in common. I fell asleep in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad to say I've seen this twice now, and that makes me very sad.
I am sorry.
It's okay. This was one of those cases where it was supposed to be me and Muha, but they fucking ditched me.
I don't blame them. If I actually knew it was going to go on, I would have ditched you too.
Well, thanks. Well, either way, thanks, Chris. Feel in love. This is a case where we were in a group chat, and I just text like, okay, shut in the dark. Has anyone actually seen this thing? 'Cause I really don't want to review it. And like within less than a minute, I just get a text from you going, fuck no. It's like, well, can you please? Like, all right, fine. So this is a case of just wanting to get this over with, and God knows I'd rather see anything other than the Secret of Dumbledore right now. So, yeah, Morbius. It's bad.
Yeah. Everything you've heard is true.
Yeah, and there are some people out there defending this or excited about this, and I don't understand.
Well, I know it's a joke on Reddit for the whole
Like the Morbius sweep
thing, where it'd be Vegeta and Goku like, let's fight someplace empty, and it's an empty theater for Morbius. But then people are adding like a second panel where it's filled. It's like, wow, Vegeta, you're right. It's a Morbius sweep in here. I told you, Kakarot.
Oh yeah, I've
shit
seen
like
that. Oh, by the way, in case anyone's wondering who this little guy is, this is Winston. He is the newest addition to our household. And he has decided he wants to be in this video, so we are going to let him do that.
Something tells me this will not be his last time on camera.
Very unlikely, the more we film here.
Yeah, so I know like it was a joke, like, oh yeah, this is the best movie ever. This is going to break all the box office records.
And then I guess some people saw that unironically. I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know, because I feel like...
If it wasn't for that group of people next to us, I would have assumed nobody was genuinely excited.
I don't know, man, because like at the same time, I saw Everything Everywhere again, earlier last week.
I still have not seen that.
Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, it's amazing.
I've heard.
Way better than this. I know. If you want to go, I'll go see it a third time.
Yeah, I'm on spring break this week, dude.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. But cause this is my version of Cats for Mohawks. The movie's actually good. I'll take everyone to go see this. But anyway, so because when I went to go stay with Grant last week, there was also a family that was like going to see Morbius, and the kids like super jazzed about it. I'm like,
well,
why?
They're kids. They're allowed to be stupid.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I work with kids. Kids are fucking stupid.
I mean, so do I, so I get
One
it.
of them subscribe to you, so I really hope they don't see this.
Are they really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Well, it's okay. They will know who they are.
Just for record, this YouTube channel is not for kids. I want to make sure YouTube knows that, because I don't need that on my head right now. But now I'm very curious. Like, did you tell them about me, or did they find me, or
they were watching some comic channel during our interest time. Like, my friend does something like this, and I looked it up, and they subscribed.
Oh, all right.
But actually, it might be on the Distance Learning account we have in every computer at school, because they never switch out to their own.
So they're just in some classroom. They're just me swearing up a storm.
I cannot talk right now because, as I said, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
In the theater, and I'm just ready to go to bed.
So
it's the Morbius sleep.
This is a case where, like, of all the people on our team, you probably know the comic just as much as I do.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself a Morbius fan? Is there such a thing? I don't know.
He shows up. Like he's not like the A tier, but he's a pretty well known for B tier.
I mean, he's a well-established reoccurring, but like I don't know anyone like, oh my god, Morbius is like the best character.
Well, again, I was big into Fantastic Four.
Does Morbius show in Fantastic Four?
Bancroft does.
Oh, okay.
She goes to help get Reed Richards help to
stop being vampiric and all that. Yeah.
So she shows up every once in a while, and every once in a while they do something with the mystic side. They go to her for help.
Yeah.
So, wow, do I actually know more about Bancroft in comics than Morbius?
I guess so. The only really I just know him from the guy with the butthole hands from the
Spider-Man cartoon.
Series.
The plasma vampire.
The plasma vampire. I remember that version of it. I remember the ultimate version where he was actually like a vampire hunter, which is actually kind of cool.
I don't remember that at all.
He shows up like in exactly one issue. Where it's like, hey, this.
For which run?
It was
Ultimate Spider-Man?
Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like supposed to be exactly one issue. I was like, yeah, this is like Morbius, but he's actually a vampire hunter. Ooh, twist. It was like, all right. Yeah, that's like not a bad concept.
Was this the one they weren't using Blade because they were fighting about film rights for Blade?
I could very well have been. I know Blade never shows up, so that would be entirely possible. But anyway, so now we have this movie that apparently a person was asking for. I can only assume it was one. And they got Jared Leto, who, surprise, turned out to be a jackass on set too.
I hate that man.
As well, you should.
Everything about that guy creeps me out.
In this, just
the alleged sex cult, alleged.
Even though he's like for all the talks of groomers right now, he is actually a groomer, and it's weird we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, were you a fan of the superhero movies back in the early 2000s? Because guess what, it's coming back, I guess.
I was telling them as we left the theater, like, this could have flown back in 2003 through 2005, and only that time.
Yeah, really, and that's what I said about the Venom movies. But at least I had Tom Hardy chewing the scenery.
Because I went back and I rewatched Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
It's bad.
Like, you know what? Like, I love Daredevil. I got the nostalgia for it. And wow, it fucking sucks.
Like, I enjoyed the Ben Affleck Daredevil in an ironic way. Like, it's so bad I can get a laugh out of it. Just Colin Farrell doing what the fuck he's doing through most of it.
What was he doing?
Shenanigans.
He was doing something already.
He was doing something, but I was going to laugh out of it, so, take for what it's worth.
I thought Kingpin was still think that was a pretty good choice.
For Kingpin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he still was. He was probably the best part of that fucking piece of shit
Even as a
movie.
kid, I knew Elektra sucked ass.
Yeah, she did. I was young and naive. And, that's what baffles me, whenever I see, kids excited about this, I'm like, no! This is where I feel old. I was like, you don't understand. When I was your age, we didn't have options for good superhero movies. You got what you got, and you just had to make it work. I still remember liking Aang the Hulk, but that's also because I was the only Hulk movie I could see.
I will go to bat for that movie.
I don't know. I still don't. I rewatched it not too long ago, and I was very bored by it.
Well, as someone who's, I would say, decently in tune to Chinese culture, him going after old Chinese opera conventions.
Sure.
It's interesting.
It's unique. I'll give it that.
It's not great, but it's something.
I'll give it that. That's fair. But the point I'm trying to make here is now the superhero genre is expanded in ways I could never have dreamed of as a kid. It is the biggest thing in the world right now. You have all these options, and you choose fucking Morbius.
Well, that's because people at Sony who got fucking lucky.
With Venom, yeah.
With Spider-Man. Well, just Spider-Man in general.
Yeah.
Because you know the story, where they were going to have pretty much all the film rights. I don't know if X-Men was out, but they would have had rights to, the Avengers.
Yeah, and the only one in Spider-Man.
And there's nobody gives a fuck about anybody except Spider-Man.
And it's so...
Which, to me, at the time, not the worst viewpoint to have.
No, they would have fucked up everything else if they got it.
If you don't really read comics, not a bad viewpoint to have.
Yeah.
Well, not a terribly misguided one, I should mention.
I don't think anyone could have predicted, what it would become.
Oh man, if you went and told little kid me that not only were the Avengers going to be bigger than the X-Men, they would be the face of comics as a whole, I'd be like...
You're fucking insane.
Yeah.
If you told me that was going to start with Iron Man of all characters, I would not have believed you.
Anyway, here we are, and Sony is desperately trying to catch up.
Yep. And they're just trying to find ways to cash in the Spider-Man license without actually having Spider-Man in it, and
and Spider-Man wasn't even in this. I didn't think... Well,
there's exactly one reference to Spider-Man.
We're going to get to spoilers right now.
Oh, who cares? Yeah, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, because Michael Keaton, Vulture, gets multiverse phased into reality.
It was like as the events of No Way Home in a way that doesn't make any sense.
No. And then Morbius is just in the field, and I guess the Vulture contacted him. It's like, meet me in this spot, but I'm not going to tell you who I am. Which, if you're a wanted fugitive, that's a great thing to do.
Yeah, Morbius driving a surprisingly good car for someone who's supposed to be like on the run for murder.
And he can also fly.
And can also fly.
So anyway, he shows up and he's like, I don't know why I'm here, but I think it has to do with Spider-Man. Will you help me? And Morbius is like,
intriguing. And that's it. That's it.
Who the fuck is Spider-Man?
Yeah, like nobody, like he has no concept of Spider-Man is, and like that's how you know. Just looking at the trailer, that my guess is they really wanted to make this in the MCU, but Feige said no, so now they had to just.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know, right? And then so they actually like you're feeling playful.
So now here's the thing: they're going to try to make a Sinister Six movie.
They've been trying to do that for fucking ever.
Yeah, I know, but they're actually trying now, which is why Morbius and Venom are happening.
Yeah, but no, that's why Kraven the Hunter is happening next.
So we have Morbius, I guess Vulture now.
I guess. Kraven,
Venom. Who are the other big members of the Sinister Six who haven't been put on film yet?
I know Mysterio's like technically one.
Mysterio's fucking dead.
Yeah, allegedly.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's Mysterio for God's sake.
Yeah. I should know better.
Yeah, right.
Nobody ever dies in these except if your contract expires.
Pretty much, yeah. Mysterio,
well, Electro.
Sandman, I guess.
Well, Sandman was already...
True, but like the alternate universe Sandman, I guess, if they wanted
to... Okay, but here's the thing. They couldn't get him on set for
I know, right? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
They had to awkwardly edit around that.
He's like, I'm going to show up for one day, give you 5 minutes worth of dialogue, spread it across the movie.
Yep. Like,
oh, but you're supposed to be in it. It's like, I'm fucking made of sand. Just make me sand.
Even though I'm not even convinced he was on set for that one scene in the movie, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, that was CG.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they just reused footage from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
I know. You just want attention on it.
Well, if you can't have Electro, Shocker?
Shocker technically was in Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, they fucking... Paul Giamatti got screwed.
Yeah, he did. So I guess Rhino'd the other one. Yeah.
But Rhino's in the MCU.
Is he?
Yeah.
Where?
No, wait, no, that's Amazing Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, like, Paul Giamatti.
But that's still a separate universe.
That is.
Well, I guess so's the MCU. God.
So either way, they have no idea what they're doing.
So this is what happens when you play catch-up instead of planning ahead.
Yeah, pretty much. And like again, just Sony clearly has no idea what they're doing. The only value they've had in the Spider-Man license outside of the MCU is the animated stuff, and that's because it's by a different department who have some creativity involved.
Yes.
Like.
Can you believe the fucking Emoji Movie is the reason Spider-Verse exists?
I keep forgetting that's true. And like, I guess it was worth something because it is objectively the best Spider-Man movie.
You gotta. There's nothing wrong with taking a gig to get paid to do the stuff you really want.
Yeah.
Even if it's the fucking Emoji Movie that's...
Did you ever see that piece of shit?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what? Oh, I forgot. You had like family made you watch it, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But I'm just in, like I only saw No Way Home for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, which was pretty good.
I think what was shocking...
It's just...
to me about the mic. Sorry, I mean to cut you off there.
No, we talked about it off camera. It's like I kind of knew exactly what was going to happen just because I've seen the other movies. I'm like, okay, so MJ's going to fall, and Andrew Garfield's going to save her, and then he's going to be Green Goblin. He's going to try to stab him with the glider, and then Tobey Maguire's going to stop. I'm like, you're able to call the shit, but
still fun to watch happen. Still fun to watch happen.
It's just after Spider-Verse and Amazon's Invincible.
Yeah,
it's so hard to get hyped for any more superhero shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, you weren't hyped for Morbius up until its release?
No.
How? I'm kidding. I don't know.
But like, I just think animation, just stylistically, will make everything look.
I mean, like the superhero genre is like
cool. You have pretty much limitless options. Where if you do CG,
it's easy to tell in CG.
Yeah, exactly.
Which ties us back to this movie.
Oh my god! So the first time I fell asleep was when the nurse was being scared in the hallway. Like I just dozed off and I woke up to Matt Smith turning into Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yep.
He looked fucking awful.
He looked like a fucking ghoul from the Fallout movie, from Fallout games. That's all I could think of every time he like went full vampire.
That's a good reference.
I know, right? It's like I don't know. It's making me think.
And he still looked better than Jared Leto as Morbius.
It all looks so bad. Every time he like did the whole vampire face, you can't not like stifle a giggle.
And I love how they have that like little trail of following them because the guys can color correct properly. So like, fuck it, just make it part of whatever he's wearing.
Yeah, so just make it like do Nightcrawler poof for no fucking reason. That makes no sense whatsoever. That just like everything else. They're like the only thing I will give this movie is like at least Matt Smith is trying to add some charisma into this piece of shit.
He should have tried harder.
Yeah, I agree. But he was, at least like he just had a random ass dance sequence for no fucking reason. At least
isn't it a bad Spider-Man film if there isn't a dance sequence?
Does Tom Hardy dance in the Venom movies?
I said bad Spider-Man films.
I still stand those are bad.
No, they're serviceable, which is not Morbius.
They are better than this. I mean, I will give it that credit, but. Not
actually,
from a lack of effort.
I had a big smile on my face during Let There Be Carnage during multiple scenes.
I did not. I was not
They
having a good time.
really need to play up the homoeroticism between Venom and Tom Hardy.
I mean, like
They need to go all in on that.
I feel like they're going quite a bit already. It was like, all right, respect. I can see that.
No, they're dipping their toes to see how far they can go. They just need to go balls deep. The expression was used on purpose.
I gathered by your tone. You do the same when you do something on purpose where you add emphasis on the last word, as in like pause for laughter. Or pause for reaction right here.
Well, there's still more laughing with the one guy who laughed at that than our entire... Okay, no, well...
What was going on with that family next to us?
I let people enjoy things, but this is the film you're gonna go to bat for, dude? Oh god, go to bat for. Did Morbius ever control bats in the comics?
I don't fucking know. I
don't fucking care.
I just kept thinking like, oh god, I so much rather be watching Dracula Untold right now, because at least that's a bad movie I kind of love.
I showed my girlfriend Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm sorry, Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
And I forgot how much of a masterpiece that movie is.
I know Nicolas Cage is going to be Dracula in an upcoming film, and I'm already way more excited about that.
Are they bringing back the Dark Universe?
No, you have not seen the set photos of what Nicolas Cage looks like as Dracula.
I have not.
It's amazing. I'll show you later.
Oh my god.
But it's like, yeah, I'm much more excited than this.
So I have never seen so many phones in the theater.
Yeah.
As this movie. People were... There was one time this guy, like, in the row in front of us, checked for time, and it was 8:30, and he did this.
Which, yeah, that's fair. Like, I forgot how much of a slog this fucking thing is.
And it's not long.
It's an hour and 44 minutes, and it feels like fucking forever. And it just... Jared Leto is dry as all shit. There's nothing...
The pace is so slow, but the plot moves so fast.
And you just don't care about any of it from beginning to end. Oh, let's talk about the fucking Grease flashback, because that's probably the most bizarre shit in the movie.
Was that when I was asleep?
No, this is like the very beginning of the movie.
Oh, when they're kids, yeah.
When they're kids, because like, if it was as batshit as that flashback sequence is, at least it would have like kept me engaged. Because
nothing happened.
But like the fact that it's more like the fact, like the weird shit, like when the Matt Smith's character comes in as a kid and he meets her and is like, "Hi, I'm Julius." And it's like, "Hi, your name is Milo." It's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean my name's Milo? You're like the other kid's name here was Milo and that kid was Milo, so you're Milo now." It's like, but my name is Julius. You're Milo, and they just call him that for the rest of the movie.
Lucian?
Was that Lucian? Yeah, whatever the hell his name.
I remember that.
I don't know how you don't forgot, because I still think that's so fucking weird. And nobody questions it. Nobody
and
push
like
back
all the
against
staff calls him Milo too.
Yeah, and then they call him Milo for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life, they just call him Milo. And they make it like
I never thought about that, but I totally understand Matt Smith now. I totally understand. He's like, "Fuck you, Jared Leto."
Yeah, I would be the same way too. And then
he's like, "You controlled my life." I was like, "Did you really?" But yeah, he really did.
Yeah, they just call him out the rest of his life, and they try to make it a charming beat at the end when he's dying. He's like, "Remember when you gave me my name? Do you remember that?" It's like, I will always remember everything. And I was like, yeah, but that was weird when you did that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That was really weird.
You're not a good guy.
Like, that wasn't a charming beat.
And also, like, I guess this is an anti-hero.
Sure.
Like, he's trying to do the right thing. But
then
the fucking vulture comes. He's like, let's go fucking kill this guy. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And even then, there's the whole thing where, like, I created the serum that's gonna kill the vampire. I made 2 and 1 for myself. And then when he finally uses on Matt Smith, he goes, like, the fact that he made one for himself is never brought up again. It's kind of like pretend it never happened. Or like the little black girl who's in the hospital that Jared Leto,
oh my god!
She just like...
What happened to her?
She like goes into a forced coma and she's never brought up again.
I don't know, like if I was trying to show people I was doing the right thing, I would go back and try to help the little girl.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I know like they show him like sleeping in her room like one time, but after that she's never in the movie again.
Was she even on frame?
Like she was in frame for that scene, yeah, when he's like sleeping on a chair. This is when you were asleep.
Oh, okay. Again, it's the Morbius sleep.
Yeah, it's the Morbius sleep. But, and then the part that made me laugh to myself the first time I saw it was like right after he goes like, your name is Milo now, but Milo, okay, fine, I guess my name's Milo now. They just cut to these fucking private school kids across the street from the window who are just pointing and just going like, look at the freaks, but the kids are inside. Which means...
I mean, I work at a special ed school. Unfortunately, that should happen.
Does it really? Because
Yeah,
like all I can think of is these like weird kids just staying outside of a building and pointing and laughing. Well, people suck.
That's not outside the realm of reality.
Well, they got what they deserve, presumably.
I don't think these people knew that.
Maybe,
but
I don't know. Either way, movie sucks.
Yeah.
And like honestly, like if I had like 20 more weird ass Milo moments, at least I feel like I'd have more to talk about. But everything else just becomes a dull, bland slog after that.
They don't even really have resentment for that, forming the rivalry. He's just like, they always liked you more, you're the favorite. And it's like, dude, like, this guy went off and they kept you on top notch.
Yeah, right? And you clearly did fine for yourself. Like, you have all the money you'd ever need, clearly. And somehow. They don't explain how. He just has a lot of money.
The fucking doctors are still coming to your house to give you private care.
Yeah, right? So it's like, what are you complaining about?
The doctor's like, if anything, you're my favorite. And he's like, that's not true. I was like, yeah, dude, it really fucking is.
At the same time, he also calls him Milo right after that, so... So at the same time, I just wanted somebody, like, just to go, like, my name is... What the fuck is his name? Lucius, or whatever his name is?
Julius.
I
don't know. Julian, Lucius, Julius.
Julius. Whatever his name is, like, that's not my name, you fucking assholes! But no, they never do that. This is kind of like the Charles Wallace issue I had with Wrinkle in Time that I feel like it only bothered me to an obscene degree. Do you remember Wrinkle in Time?
I know I read the book back in like 4th grade or 5th grade.
I don't know if they explain it in the book, but in the movie they just call this kid just Charles Wallace, his full name.
I never saw the movie.
Good.
I saw Nothing But Horrible Things.
But like, I just know that
Then again, I saw Nothing But Horrible Things for this, and here I am.
To be fair, I did ask very nicely.
And thank you for the ticket. Worst fucking birthday present I've ever had in my life.
Okay, your birthday was 2 weeks ago, so you don't get to pull that card for this.
Alright.
You're the one that decided it was a birthday present. I considered it like a bribe because you were only costing time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, so there's the Craven the Hunter film, Madam Web.
For some reason.
Silver Sable.
They're like that was trying to like the Black Cat Silver Sable movie, like they were trying to do forever.
Well, I mean, like, at least Black Cat is a character people know. People might know her as the Catwoman knockoff, but people know her.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what other.
And I don't know, people like you and I, of course, we know Silver Sable and Madam Web and Craven the Hunter. But like, I'm just trying to think, what can they do?
Whatever they can cheaply to make money. It seems to be what they're going off here. I'm trying to think like what other bullshit are they trying to do here? Like if they want to do stuff like I don't know. I know they keep trying to say like, ooh, let's get another Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie now because I guess people are trying to retroactively say those movies were good, and they were not. And I enjoyed them for what they were.
It's just because Andrew Garfield was actually good in No Way Home, where he wasn't good in the Amazing Spider-Man film. So like, okay, this guy actually can do it if he's given good material, so let's give him a 3rd movie. It's like...
No. Please, no.
No.
For the love of God, no.
I also love when Jamie Foxx shows up and he's like, in this universe, I don't have a comb over and gap teeth. It's like, yeah, because he wrote into his contract, don't put me in that fucking makeup chair.
It's like I just love that the catch-all for that was like, things are different here. It's like, all right, sure.
But that's like stupid comic book shit, you know?
Yeah, you that's what
buy that.
Like, you just kind of get over it. It's like, whatever, it's a plot contrivance. And that's the thing about like movies like this is like, if it makes emotional sense, you can overlook a lot of the dumb bullshit. But if it makes no emotional sense, then all the logical plot holes stand out all the more.
Like, the only emotion I had for this was apathy.
And
like,
contempt.
It sucked. I don't know if I'll go out and say I fucking hate it.
But it just...
Maybe I said that in the beginning, but I don't remember. I'm half asleep. But, like, I've seen worse films with you. I have seen worse films based on Marvel.
Yeah.
I have definitely seen worse comic book films outside of Marvel.
Yeah.
But it's just... Who cares?
Aggressively bland.
Who the fuck cares? If you care, do not write in the comments, because I do not care why you care.
Well, great, now I gotta deal with it, because you don't see the comments.
No, yeah, I do.
Well, it's because you check the video. I get notifications.
Oh, okay. Well, I will go back and fight in your comment section.
Oh, good. Means I kind of moderate those assholes, too.
I'm pretty sure you've actually moved some of mine.
Wait, have I? No. Some YouTube catches yours automatically and filters it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because there were times I've got they have recommend like a section that says held for review comments. So occasionally I'll look them up and I'll see like one or two of yours on there.
No, because I remember there was one weird one for the Matrix Resurrections, where I posted a link to the interview I was talking about with Lana Wachowski, and that got removed.
Oh yeah, anything with involving links it automatically flags.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I approved it eventually.
I know, I haven't checked.
All right, yeah. But...
I check your comment section.
Liar. Yeah, we don't have anything else to say. This movie sucks. Don't watch it. It's garbage. It's not like I'm not even angry, but I'm just like annoyed, if anything, and just tired.
Yeah, I wish the movie was quieter so it didn't wake me up.
But then you would have missed all the masterpiece of Matt Smith trying to be Benedict Cumberbatch.
Because I woke up and I leaned over and was like, I fell asleep. When the fuck did this happen? It's like, I don't think I fell asleep for like maybe more than 10 minutes.
To be fair, like that is legitimately, the part you woke up is when he is revealed to be the vampire.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't really miss
when
it.
When does he become the vampire?
Like, honestly, like that's why I said the 15 minutes you were asleep for didn't really matter much, because all that happened between that time is like, Matt Smith killed the nurse, but they don't tell you it's Matt Smith for a while, so they think Morbius did it. And then it's like, no, I don't know if I did it. And then Matt Smith came and like, I did it, and that's all you missed.
No, but like, when did he turn into the vampire?
They never show it. They never explained. Like, I guess he took.
It happened off screen.
It happened. Like, I wasn't kidding when I said it happened off screen. Like, he took the serum when he went to go visit him.
Because I knew he was like, give it to me. He was like, no.
And even then, I was watching the scene. He had no time to actually grab the thing.
Yeah, and also, like, it required him to be restrained and have a bunch of medical shit plugged in by another person who helped him.
I mean, technically, he has a full staff of, like, trained bodyguards. So that actually, I can say.
Alright, fair enough.
That he probably ate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sucks.
Yeah, if you're in that group next to us.
I guess you had the time of your fucking life.
Good for you.
Because there was a part there. That's when I finally had to like look, shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a part where I think Jared Leto said like, I will slowly hobble my way back over there, and I hear the dad.
Oh, the guy's like, hobble.
like hobble, and then the kid next goes, because he can't walk, and I'm like, dude, shut up.
The movie's not funny, and you are somehow even less funny than the movie.
Like, you're making this actively worse for me.
So that same group, I just want to say, did you hear them in the trailers for the Bob's Burgers movie?
I heard something about Rick and Morty.
And the guy's like, do you like Bob's Burgers? He's like, no way, Rick and Morty all the way, man. And I guess the unironic, to be fair, you have to be a genius to understand Rick and Morty.
I did hear that, and I was like...
I guess that's the group that would unironically like Morbius. To be fair, you have to have a high intellect to like Morbius.
Of course you do. Because how can you appreciate that pure
its
thematic
humor
genius?
and tone is too subtle for the uninitiated.
I
have to know all of Nietzschean philosophy to pick up about why Matt Smith didn't care he was called Milo for his entire fucking life. Do you think his family just started calling him Milo?
I would honestly, if the entire movie was just about Matt Smith being driven mad by the fact that everyone has suddenly adopted the name Milo for him.
So stupid. I would have been like, you know what? That's the comic booky bullshit.
Yeah, suddenly everyone just calls him Milo, and there's no explanation as to why, and he's just like, I don't understand why this is happening. Honestly, 10 out of 10 would watch it every day.
It would have been something. It would have been actual motivation.
Yep.
Well, I guess he has disease. But you know what? He was supposed to die for fucking 30 years.
And clearly it didn't take, so
yeah,
he's fine. But anyway, so I guess we should have seen Ambulance instead.
Isn't that by Michael Bay?
It is, but I heard it is like the fun bits of Michael Bay.
Okay, that's what people said about The Rock.
I haven't watched Rock in years.
The Rock is not good. Armageddon, also not good.
Was Armageddon Michael Bay? Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. And Winston over here is trying to get attention any way he can get it. So we're gonna end the review there because I think at this point we have nothing else to say about this piece of garbage.
I don't think I really had much to say before or during this review.
We made it through.
Just who cares?
Nobody cares. But thank you for caring enough to get this far somehow. So we're gonna stop meandering.
They fell asleep 10 minutes in like I did.
Well, Hannah, hey, contributes in watch time, so thank you for anyway.
Alright. Get paid.
Yeah.
Just glad to get paid. Everybody who worked in this movie was just happy to get paid.
Except for Jared Leto, fuck him.
Yeah, that guy's... I like how he's in one of the worst DC films of recent years and one of the worst Marvel films of recent years. Watch as they make a Savage Dragon film. So he's in one of the worst Image Comics films of years too.
Oh God, I only vaguely know anything about Savage Dragon, but
You've read Invincible, right?
yeah, I know who he is.
Is that how you know?
I know who he is.
Yeah,
I've seen pages and snippets like that, but I don't know enough about him really. But it would be funny.
No, let's have Fox remake Alien vs Predator. So he's in one of the worst Dark Horse Comics films of recent years too.
You know, those are movies I do kind of enjoy in an ironic way. Like they're stupid, and I know they're stupid, but I kind of enjoy them anyway.
Well, when did the movie come out? 2004.
Yeah, I was a kid back then.
I was 15.
Yeah,
14 or 15.
I was there for just predators and aliens punching each other. I didn't need much else.
Basically.
Yep. All right, thank you guys for watching. See you later.